Most ironic thing about community college is that there's no community. You kind of just go to class, sit around, don't really say anything, and then you go home and maybe you do your assignments or go to work or something.
Well, I mean, that is really true. I started community college in 2020, and there are a lot of people who are older than me and a lot of people who are younger than me in those classes. For people who are older than me, they usually had a family or a job to attend to straight after class, so it's not really much of a priority for them to try to make friends with someone they'll only see for about an hour to 2 hours per day or about 2 to 4 hours per week. So try to think of it from their perspective. And for high schoolers, I think of it from my own perspective, where you're there to complete college credit and get ahead when you actually get to college. Um, if they're taking college credit there, that means it kind of implies that they're also taking AP classes there as well, so they can also get ahead. And when you're that involved in academics, it's sort of harder for you also have your own priority there too when you start having that type of workload because it sort of says that I prioritize this over making friends in college.
And if you take all of your classes online, you might not talk to anybody for what feels like an entire semester.
Well, I mean that is really true too. When I started college too, in at community college as well, um, it was during COVID, during 2020, as an engineering major too. So that was the most stressful period of my life. I started with calculus, and imagine this: you don't have any people to talk to because it's COVID, and the only person you can really talk to is your uh, professor's assistant. And when your professor's assistant doesn't really get back to you in time, because of course all these other students have the same issues and same questions about the class, it sort of becomes a really stressful period. And when you don't really get the material, and all he does is just list out the steps for you and tell you to figure it out on your own, that's sort of also stressful. And so imagine it from that perspective too.
When I first started at community college, I quickly realized that one of the biggest downsides of choosing community college is that there usually aren't very many social or community building opportunities compared to most traditional 4 year universities.
I mean, it depends on where you go. The community college I went to, they had job opportunities, job fairs, internships, and even job opportunities at their own campus. They promoted that heavily. Every month there was a job fair. Every month there was a brand new internship or a bulletin of internships. And although it's not like a university where you'll see Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla there trying to recruit you, it's sort of much better than not having any opportunities at all and having you figure it out on your own when you try to transfer or if you're just there to get associates. You know, it's a lot better than nothing.
But because of that, I feel like I also learned one of the most valuable lessons, which is how to actually build community. Making friends with people and socializing are skills, and if you actually want those things to happen, you have to put in effort to get better at doing those things. Especially in an environment like community college, you can't just sit around and expect people to come up to you and start talking to you.
I mean, that is the toughest part of university now. It's not like high school where people will just talk to each other, but it's also a trade off where it's no longer popularity that drives friendships. And but the thing is in university is that people won't really interact with each other outside of class or even in class unless it's like a group project. And not, even the groups, they don't pick each other. It's just the professors that put you together in a group, and that's your group. That's how you make friends. And that's the unfortunate reality of university, at least from my perspective. Some engineering classes, of course, you'll collaborate because you're trying to figure things out. In theater class, you're trying to figure it out how to put together a play, or you're bonding over your passion for making plays. Music, you're bonding over the instruments that you play, trying to make a composition. So there are different ways of making friendships in university, although it's a lot more different than compared to growing up or making friends in high school.
Honestly, my best advice is literally just to talk to the person next to you in class and get involved in campus.
Being involved in campus is one of the best opportunities you can take advantage of. I remember when I started in community college, the first club I ever joined was the Chem Club. And that was a life changer because that encouraged me to join more clubs. They promote extracurriculars, off campus, research opportunities, internships. Those are the best things you can ever do and put it on your resume too. Run for positions, run for the elections that you have at your university. Even if you might not win, that's nice to put on your resume. Because on your resume, it shows that you take time and passion, or you take the initiative out of your day to run for something that can be optional in your own opinion. And although they won't be seen as work experience or work seen as the or valid work experience, that they can be shown as leadership experience, qualities that you can show, add to the interview questions that you have. And that's really good if you can land those opportunities and also land a job on campus too. That's one of the best things you can do.
For the first week or so, I was pretty bored and I didn't talk to anybody, but then I started joining clubs and student organizations and I started meeting a lot of people. To this day, I still have very good friends from my community college that I'm still really close to, even though I go to school all the way across the country from them, and I would not have made all those memories and met those people if I did not put myself out there.
Yeah, make friends in community college if you're going down that path too, because they can shape how you can go about your university life. I had friends who I met for the first time who were nursing majors at that time, and I didn't decide what I wanted to become. So I was considering nursing because of them, and but I still pursued the engineering route. So if you're unsure about what you wanted to do in college, listen to people that you get the opportunity to make friends with.
Good luck and follow for more.